Today, we're going to talk about new dieting strategies that are commonly circulating social media. A lot new dieting practices are trending lately. So many different methods, so many different strategies to get lean, to gain size, what have you. So I'm going to talk about who would use such strategies and what their benefits are and what the disadvantages are and who shouldn't use it. So the main thing is that I'm seeing a lot lately is diet variability, dieting or food variety, not so much sticking to basic food groups that were standard, that we're all used to in the bodybuilding scene, standard carbohydrates, standard proteins, a lot of implementation of non-traditional things. And basically it's been rampant as far as pictures, Instagram, of things that really are empty calories, more so just fillers, just artificial foods, a lot of additives. And it's always fun to eat those things, and a lot of them don't have a lot of caloric content, or a lot of them don't have a lot of fat grams, what have you. But the thing is, it can trigger a lot of things neurologically in the brain that makes you crave more of it, or even junk food or fattening foods or things that you probably shouldn't. So you're a little bit more prone to break the diet whenever you have these wide array of options. So here is the commonly most used products or food products that you're seeing a lot of. You're seeing a lot of Pop-Tarts. You're seeing a lot of various brands of donuts and muffins and certain things. Maybe it's triggered from a dieting practice called carb backloading. Maybe it's triggered from a dieting practice called flexible dieting, or if it fits your macros. And not to say any of those practices don't work, but I think the wrong people are using these practices. And usually it's the people that have a hard time getting in shape to begin with. Those people that are at a metabolic disadvantage, those people that are a genetic disadvantage, and those people have the somatotype of an endomorphic body type. They're the people that are sensitive to sugar, they're sensitive to sodium, they're desensitized to fat loss and getting dry and losing water. They don't have a lot of vascularity. However, a lot of these dieting practices are being basically adhered to by people that might not be best suited for them. Those same people that have more so the endomorphic genetics, if they don't have it also mentally, because mentally is a huge component of being successful with the diet, if they have those sweet triggers and those artificial fillers, it also puts them in a roller coaster, and then they're more prone to deviate from the diet or abuse those things chronically, and the results just don't manifest. So I'm even I don't want to say guilty, but I have used a lot of these non-traditional foods. If you go back to my YouTube videos in 2014 when I prepped, I use them not because I'm weak-minded or not because I wanted to break away from the norm or try to be different or cute for a video purpose, simply because my metabolism, when I was enhanced and I was taking anabolics and growth hormone inducing products, all that stuff, I needed these foods to sustain my body weight, my muscle fullness, and to eat the amount of food I needed to maintain that. I needed to have it simple, basically not a lot of nutrition in it. You look back and I had a lot of cereal, I had a lot of different things, but the thing is, I was able to do that and get in shape. I was conditioned. Had I not peaked or been able to nail it or be ahead of schedule, whatever, I would have never done that. I've done a lot of diets with just basic fish, water, and a lot of cardio, but if it didn't work for my body physically and the cosmetic effect wasn't there, then I'm not going to utilize it just to be hardcore. So basically, what I'm trying to say is you got to be the right candidate to implement these dieting practices. Not to say they're bad. I just think a lot of people are getting their minds misconstrued with a lot of the pictures, and just it's fun to post pictures of those things. And a lot of times, guys, you will try to mask these foods with thyroid medication. You're taking beta-2 agonist, clenbuterol, ephedrine, albuterol. You're taking trenbolone for an anabolic. So while you will be able to negate some of these foods' negative effects on your physical look, you still probably aren't as good as you can be had you just been very basic and to the point. So a lot of these huskier guys, I kid you not, guys, if you were to just block out all these different confusing dieting approaches and really stick to boring basic things. Even your water, not enhancing it with a bunch of sweetener. I'm guilty of that. I do the Mio squeeze bottles here and there, or a lot. But if you even get rid of that and mentally train your mind to be as tough as possible and drink straight water, have plain rice, have post-workout. You don't have to have Pop-Tarts or something sugary post-workout because, hey, it's post-workout. I mean, glycogen, sugar. That still triggers your brain to get a little bit too confused because you've got all these options now. Well, if it's low fat, I can have a bagel, I can have a low fat Pop-Tart. You start turmoiling whenever you have these options. Whenever you cut all the cute stuff out and you keep it basic, I think eventually you'll actually feel really accomplished and you'll feel better that you are being strict and you are being very basic. And you'll notice that even your water balance, your levels, the guys that are husky that have water retention issues, listen up, because if you actually eat clean and perfectly and really adhere to perfect water ingestion every day, 2 gallons minimum, minimize the diet sodas or extra credit, you have your post-workout rice or your post-workout potato or whatever, I guarantee your water levels, your dryness, your look, everything's gonna be more controllable. You're gonna be less prone to cheat and deviate because you won't have XYZ options just because it's low fat. Hey, it can be anything sugary. I promise you that. Now, the guys that just gain, that lose weight rapidly, that have crazy metabolism, either natural or enhanced, what doesn't matter, your metabolism's crazy, who cares if it's enhanced or it's natural, the point is it's great. So you might have to use these things like simple carbs and have cheat meals, because if you don't, you actually look worse. So if you are a rare individual that has that, totally different ball game. The husky guys, sorry, but you can't believe everything you see on the internet, and you can't just take it to heart and just apply it to yourself because it's not universally accepted by all body types. So, not to say those food products don't work, they can work, but you have to have the right mind and the right physicality to accept it and to get benefits from it. So I know the huskier guys are out there watching this. Hey, it is lame to see all those guys enjoy those good foods and look amazing from their pictures, but that always doesn't transpire to your body and what's going to make the most of it. So that's my advice.